Photo Rainier Earhart, Associated Press. Clemson running back Travis Etienne 9 celebrates his second touchdown of the game with teammate Sean Pollard 76. Clemson running back Travis Etienne 9 celebrates his second touchdown of the game with teammate Sean Pollard 76. Miami finally reaches ACC title game, will face Clemson after 13 seasons of trying. Miami is finally headed to its first Atlantic Coast Conference championship game, and reigning national champion Clemson will be waiting. Number 4 Clemson and number 7 Miami clinched their berths Saturday in the ACC title matchup, which will be played December 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina. Clemson 91-71 ACC wrapped up its third consecutive Atlantic Division championship with a 3,114 win Saturday over Florida State. Miami 80 entering Saturday, 60 ACC now is assured of its first outright Coastal Division championship because Virginia lost 3,817 at Louisville. "It's the first goal we set," Miami wide receiver Braxton Berrios said before Saturday night's non-conference game against number 3 Notre Dame. "It's something that no Miami team has done in the ACC. So obviously, that's significant in itself right there. And to look at our other goals and see they're way more significant than just the Coastal, it's even bigger." The Hurricanes entered the ACC in 2004 and have yet to win a conference title, nor had they managed even a division championship since the ACC went to that format in 2005. It's Clemson's fifth berth in the ACC title game. The Tigers are 31 in their previous trips, winning in each of the last 2 seasons. "This is a really, really difficult league, an incredibly difficult division," Clemson coach Dabo Swinney said earlier in the week. "But you know what isn't that the way we want it to me, that's the way you want it. You know, for years everybody talked about how bad this league was and couldn't win postseason, and couldn't win out of conference. It's not really a discussion anymore." At Clemson, Travis Etienne rushed for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 1-yard burst with 305 left for the Tigers. For the Seminoles 36-35, it marks their first losing ACC record since 2006. 10 Auburn 40-2 Georgia 17 Kerryon Johnson ran for 167 yards and caught a 55-yard touchdown pass from Jarrett Stidham, and the host Tigers 82-61 SEC remained in Western Division and potentially playoff contention. The Bulldogs 91-61 came in with a top spot in the playoff rankings and could get a rematch if Auburn can beat number 1 Alabama in 2 weeks. 6 Wisconsin 38-25 Iowa 14 receiver Kendrick Pryor scored twice, and the host Badgers 100-70 Big Ten. CFP number 8 clinched a trip to the league conference title game as West champions. Leon Jacobs recovered 2 fumbles, 1 return for a score, and fellow linebacker TJ Edwards had an interception for the Badgers, who shut down an Iowa offense that had overwhelmed Ohio State last week. Cornerback Josh Jackson had 2 touchdowns, interception returns of 43 and 52 yards, for the Hawkeyes 64-34, CFP number 20, who were held to 66 total yards and 5 first downs, including just 15 yards and 1 first down in the first half. 11 Ohio State 48-13 Michigan Street 3 JT Barrett threw 2 touchdown passes and ran for 2 more scores. Mike Weber ran for 162 yards and 2 scores in the host Buckeyes 82-61 Big Ten. CFP number 13 bounced back from a deflating loss 5,524 at Iowa, to rout the Spartans 73-52. Big Ten. CFP number 12. The Buckeyes scored on 5 of their first 6 possessions, led 353 at the half and cruised the rest of the way to claim sole possession of first place in the Big Ten East. 12 Oklahoma Street 49-24 Iowa Street 42, Mason Rudolph threw for 376 yards and 3 touchdowns, including 2 in the final 555, and Justice Hill had 134 yards and 3 TD runs for the Cowboys 82-52 Big 12. Number 15 CFP, who kept their Big 12 title hopes a. Rudolph found Marcel Arteman for a 30-yard TD pass, and Hill's 2-point conversion run tied it at 42 with 555 left. The Cowboys jumped ahead 4,942 just 2 minutes later as Rudolph found Dylan Stoner for a 19-yard touchdown reception. The Cyclones 64-43 got inside Oklahoma State's 3-yard line with 32 seconds left, but Zeb Noland threw an interception to A.J. Green to end the game. 14C Florida 49, Yukon 24. Otis Anderson ran for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mackenzie Milton passed for 311 yards and the host Knights 90. 60 American Athletic, CFP, number 18 stayed unbeaten. 16 Penn State 35, Rutgers 6. Trace McSorley accounted for 258 total yards and 3 touchdowns, becoming Penn State's career touchdown leader with 68 as the host Nittany Lions 82. 52 Big Ten bounced back from 2 straight losses with a rout of the Scarlet Knights 46-34. McSorley passed Darrell Clark 200,609, who had 65, with 1 rushing and 2 passing scores. Penn State's Saquon Barkley ran for 2 touchdowns. Georgia Tech 28-17 Virginia Tech 22 Taquan Marshall got 2 long touchdown passes out of his only completions, including an 80-yarder to Ricky Jean with 612 minutes remaining, and Ajani Kerr swatted away a 4th pass in the end zone to preserve an upset by the host Yellow Jackets 54-43 ACC over the Hokies 73-33. 21 Michigan 35, Maryland 10 Brandon Peters threw 2 touchdown passes, Chris Evans ran for 2 scores and the visiting Wolverines 82-52 Big Ten dominated in the first half to win the 3rd straight. The Terrapins 46-25 have lost 5 of 6. 23 W Virginia 28, Kansas Street 23 Will Greer threw for 372 yards and 4 touchdowns. Justin Crawford added 113 yards rushing and Karan White had 8 catches for 168 yards and 2 scores as the visiting Mountaineers 73-52 stayed in the race for the Big 12 title game. Junior colleges CCSF 62, Contra Costa 6 Zach Masserly threw 4 touchdown passes and Isaiah Floyd ran for 2 touchdowns, all before halftime, as the Rams 73-41 Basics concluded its regular season. CCSF backup running back Calvin Tipton rushed for 3 touchdowns. Contra Costa finished its season 09 overall, 04 Basics. Spartans lose 5,914 Reno, Damian Baber had 3 interceptions, 2 of them returned for touchdowns, including a 100-yard return after a pick in the end zone, and returned a blocked punt for a score as Nevada defeated San Jose State 5,914 on Saturday. Taylor Nevin's 12-yard run gave the Spartans 110-06 Mountain West a 70 lead in the first quarter before the Wolfpack 28-24 reeled of 59 consecutive points.